Jerry and Fiona Hamilton were new parents in Tampa, Florida, overjoyed with the arrival of their first son, Harry. After 7 years together, they were finally starting their family. However, amidst their happiness, they were anxious about their puppy's reaction to the new addition. They hadn't planned on having a puppy. It came into their lives unexpectedly when a friend passed away. Still a young pup, it brought a whirlwind of energy into their home, zooming around furniture, through the garden, and everywhere else its little body could fit. Despite their best efforts with food, the puppy seemed to have endless reserves of energy, which concerned their vet. The lack of adequate sleep was affecting its health and temperament. Now, as they prepared to bring Harry home from the hospital, Jerry parked the car and helped Fiona, who cradled sleeping Harry in her arms. The doctors had given him a clean bill of health, leaving Jerry and Fiona to navigate parenthood on their own, wondering how their energetic puppy would adjust to life with a newborn. The car ride home was filled with quiet anticipation. Jerry and Fiona didn't exchange many words. Their emotions spoke volumes. Jerry had meticulously prepared their home for months, ensuring everything was baby-proofed and ready for Harry's arrival. Pulling into the driveway, Harry slowly blinked open his eyes to his new surroundings. Fiona carefully carried him inside, his tiny head peeking out into the bright lights, seeking comfort in her embrace. Moments later, however, Harry was stirred awake. As they stepped through the front door, their puppy bounded towards them, eager to investigate the bundle in Fiona's arms. Sensing something special, the pup tried to jump up, but Jerry swiftly intervened, setting up dog gates to keep the excited pup at bay. Harry was gently carried into his room, a freshly painted blue space with a brand new crib they had assembled just the day before. While setting up, the puppy had joined in the excitement, inadvertently splashing blue paint around as it playfully romped around them. Today, though, the puppy faced a new reality. As Jerry and Fiona closed the door behind them, leaving the puppy outside with a puzzled tilt of its head, it dawned on him it was the first time he wasn't allowed to follow his beloved humans, and he couldn't quite comprehend why. Just days earlier, the puppy had the run of every room, could jump on the couch, and even snuggle up on the bed with Jerry and Fiona. But with Harry's arrival, everything changed. The puppy found itself locked out of rooms with the baby inside, and the bed became off-limits as well, since Harry occasionally slept there when he couldn't settle in his crib. With Harry came less sleep for the puppy too. Despite having the same boundless energy as before, it struggled to find ways to release it. Losing its usual playmates, the puppy felt lonely and overlooked as Jerry and Fiona focused all their attention on Harry. Initially, the puppy tried crying and whining to regain attention, but when that didn't work, it shifted tactics. Over time, it began to behave better, prompting Fiona and Jerry to cautiously introduce it to Harry. The introduction was a careful process. They started by letting the puppy sniff Harry's head to get accustomed to his scent. Fiona held Harry securely, ready to intervene if the puppy showed any signs of agitation. After passing this initial test, everyone relaxed a bit more. Soon, they progressed to sitting together on the couch, almost like old friends. The puppy would snuggle up close to Harry, playfully rolling around with him on the couch. Harry eagerly reached out for the puppy, laughing when it tickled him. It was clear they were a perfect match, bringing joy to their parents' hearts. Jerry and Fiona felt reassured that their worries were unfounded. But their sense of security was about to be shaken. One slow Sunday afternoon, as everyone rested in the house, Jerry and Fiona cuddling on the couch under a blanket, and Harry peacefully sleeping on a blanket on the living room floor, the unexpected happened. As Jerry and Fiona watched Harry drift off into sleep, they couldn't help but feel a wave of drowsiness themselves. However, the puppy showed no signs of tiredness, despite the medication the vet had prescribed to help it sleep. The vet had advised them to try anything that might work, knowing that a sleep-deprived puppy could be unpredictable. So, as the puppy cautiously approached Harry from behind, Jerry and Fiona watched attentively from the couch. They sat upright, ready to intervene if the puppy disturbed their sleeping baby. The puppy slowly edged closer to the blanket where Harry lay, then settled down near his head, gently rocking back and forth. After a moment, it circled around Harry's small form, rushing up against him. Despite their size difference, it seemed the puppy was beginning to view Harry more as a sibling than just another pet. At first, it seemed like Harry's nap might be cut short, but then the unexpected happened. The puppy rested its head on top of Harry's head. What came next was even more astonishing. The puppy quickly closed its eyes, then gradually, its breathing slowed, and it fell asleep. Fiona and Jerry exchanged amazed glances. The puppy was sound asleep right on top of their baby, and both looked incredibly comfortable. It was a revelation that brought laughter and relief. The solution to their puppy's sleep troubles had been Harry all along. From that day forward, everything changed once more. The puppy had no trouble falling asleep anymore. Whenever it struggled, all Jerry and Fiona had to do was place it near Harry. Sometimes the puppy slept under Harry's crib at night, which proved just as effective. As their parents rocked Harry to sleep, the puppy would peer up through the crib's wooden slats. Once the lights went out, it would rest its head and peacefully drift off to sleep. Even as the puppy grew to its full size, its attachment to Harry remained unchanged. If Harry wasn't around, the puppy would often struggle to sleep. It's not unusual for babies to have a comforting sleeping companion, but in this case, it seemed the dog needed one just as much.